Ladies and gentlemen, I'm really excited because here I have something that will attract the interest of any maker working with Internet of Things. This is the new XIAO module from Seeed Studio featuring the ESP32-C5 microcontroller with dual-band Wi-Fi that works at both 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz. On top of that, it is powered by a microcontroller based on the open instruction set RISC-V. Let's explore it. The XIAO ESP32-C5 comes in a sleek, transparent plastic case that looks great and is highly practical. Inside you will find the module itself, an antenna and two male pin headers. Once soldered to the board, these headers allow you to easily use the module on a breadboard for prototyping. I especially like the case because it's reusable. Any maker can safely store the XIAO ESP32-C5 in it for years and take it out whenever it's needed for a new project. Like all XIAO modules, the ESP32-C5 features castellated holes, so you can either solder the male header pins for breadboard-friendly prototyping or use surface mount technology to put the module on a printed circuit board. For anyone in the industry, Internet of Things are associated one way or another with Espressif. This is the company that more than a decade ago released a very cheap microcontroller with Wi-Fi connectivity called ESP82-C5. After that, they carried on with various microcontrollers from the ESP32 family. These microcontrollers are incorporated in XIAO. XIAO are type of modules with really tiny form factor and a USB-C connector. They are manufactured by Seeed Studio and incorporate various different microcontrollers, including microcontrollers from the ESP32 family. Now we have this brand new XIAO module with ESP32-C5, which is also groundbreaking for two reasons. First of all, this is the first ESP microcontroller that is dual band and supports Wi-Fi connectivity at both 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz. The second thing is that this is a microcontroller based on the open source instruction set architecture RISC-V. This is not the first ESP32 based on RISC-V. Previously we had ESP32-C3 and ESP32-C6, which are also based on RISC-V. Now with the XIAO ESP32-C5, we need an external antenna for better connectivity. Let's explore the other technical details of this tiny beast. XIAO ESP32-C5 comes with a powerful 32-bit RISC-V single-core microcontroller that operates at up to 240 MHz. The dimensions are 21 by 17.8 mm. The XIAO module is tiny and you can fit it in pretty much any project. On the top of the module we have a USB-C port for connecting the XIAO ESP32-C5 to a computer, for powering it on or charging a battery if such is connected to the module. On the left of the USB-C port, we have a charge indication LED marked with the letter C, and on the right we have a user LED marked with L. On the bottom of the board, from left to right, we have a reset button, IPEX connector for an antenna, and a user button. On the back of XIAO ESP32-C5, there are extra GPIOs as well as pads for connecting a 3.7-volt lithium battery. XIAO ESP32-C5 has 11 GPIO pins, 1 analog pin and 4 analog pads on the reverse side. Among the 11 GPIO pins, we have several interfaces including I2C, UART and SPI. There are JTAG pads on the reverse side. The connectivity options on XIAO ESP32-C5 are amazing. It supports dual-band Wi-Fi 6 at 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz. There is a Bluetooth Low Energy, Zigbee, Thread, as well as a USB-C connector with which you can exchange data with a computer. Actually, later on in the video, we're gonna use this USB-C port for serial communication with the XIAO ESP32-C5. For better radio performance and extended range, the XIAO ESP32-C5 comes with an external RF antenna included in the kit. There is a dedicated IPEX connector to which we have to plug the antenna. As mentioned before, it's situated between the reset button and the user button. Here you can see how I am assembling the antenna to the XIAO ESP32-C5. Keep in mind that you have to do it carefully, but the first time when you are plugging in the antenna, a little bit of extra force is required. After covering all these technical specifications, remains the most important question: what is the price? XIAO ESP32-C5 was launched with a price of $6.90. This is excluding shipping and excluding any taxes. In comparison to the other modules from the XIAO family, this XIAO ESP32-C5 stands out because of the dual band connectivity and because it comes with more RAM and more flash. The wiki page by Seeed Studio provides a comparison between XIAO ESP32-C5 with XIAO ESP32-S3, XIAO ESP32-C3, and XIAO ESP32-C6. XIAO ESP32-C5 stands out because of the dual-band Wi-Fi connectivity, and it has 8 MB PSRAM and 8 MB of flash. Although the XIAO ESP32-S3 module has the same memory, the difference here is that S3 is with extensive dual-core processor and C5 is with a RISC-V single-core 32-bit processor. The XIAO ESP32-C5 is fully compatible with the Arduino ecosystem. Now let's launch Arduino IDE and create a simple Arduino sketch for a blinking LED to give it a try. Before we start with the actual programming of the XIAO ESP32-C5, we need to connect it to a computer using an appropriate USB-C cable. Although there are different ways how to develop software, the recommended programming tool for the XIAO ESP32-C5 is the Arduino IDE, so you need to complete the Arduino installation as part of the software preparation. I have already done this. As an open source enthusiast, I'm a Linux user. I have the Ubuntu long-term support release 2404 on my laptop, so I have downloaded and installed the latest version of Arduino IDE for Linux. After launching the Arduino IDE, from the menu on the left, I selected Board Manager. After that, I've searched for ESP32 and I've updated the existing version to version 3.3.5. You need this version, I repeat 3.3.5 or higher, to have support for the XIAO ESP32-C5. It is also important that from the board manager in Arduino IDE, I've selected ESP32 by Espressif Systems. No matter if you are installing it from scratch or, as in my case, updating it, it takes a while, so thanks to the magic of video editing, I'll fast forward and increase the speed of this part of the video. After completing the installation of the appropriate version of ESP32 in Arduino IDE, go to the Tools menu and select Board. There is a huge list of supported boards. Scroll down to XIAO ESP32-C5. The wiki provided by Seeed Studio for XIAO ESP32-C5 contains a very simple example for blinking LED, so I'll just copy and paste the source code. As you can see, it's super simple and straightforward with just a setup and a loop function. Every second it turns on the LED and also prints in the serial terminal LED on and LED off. The whole example is less than 15 lines of code. As part of the setup function, we are setting the baud rate to 9600. This is the baud rate using which the firmware on the XIAO ESP32-C5 will be outputting text data in the serial monitor of Arduino IDE. After that, from the top left corner of Arduino IDE, I press the button with an icon of an arrow pointing to the right. This way, Arduino IDE will cross-compile the firmware and upload it to the XIAO ESP32-C5. This takes a while, so again, with the magic of video editing, I'll increase the speed of this part of the video. Although I'm running Arduino IDE on a Linux distribution, the process is the same, so you can cross-compile and upload Arduino sketches the same way from Arduino IDE, no matter if you are using it on Linux, macOS or Windows. Here is the result. Let's enjoy and have a look at the blinking LED that is built in as part of the XIAO ESP32-C5. It is located next to the USB-C connector, actually on the right side of the USB-C connector. If you pay close attention to the black printed circuit board of the XIAO ESP32-C5, you'll notice that there is a white silkscreen label next to this LED with the letter L. Let me show you the board from another point of view so that we can have a closer look. If I have to explain the term Arduino sketch to a beginner, I would say, very simplified and not very technically accurate, that the Arduino sketch is actually an application for an Arduino compatible board. More technically speaking, it's a C++ framework which we cross-compile as a firmware compatible with the specific microcontroller that we're targeting, in this case ESP32-C5, and we are uploading this cross-compiled binary to the microcontroller which executes the machine code. If you remember, in our Arduino sketch, we used a constant LED underscore built in, which corresponds to the L LED on the development board, the one that is situated next to the USB-C on the right side of the USB-C connector. And as you can see, every second it is turning on and off. This way we have the effect of a blinking LED. For an embedded developer, this is the Hello World application that typically software developers do. Arduino IDE includes a feature called Serial Monitor, which allows you to communicate with the microcontroller over serial communication. In this case, our Arduino sketch, apart from turning on and off the LED, also prints information in the serial output, so we can see these messages LED on and LED off each time when the state of the LED changes. XIAO ESP32-C5 has several advantages. Just like all XIAO modules, it's very tiny, so you can fit it pretty much in any project. The second advantage, which I think is groundbreaking, is that this is the first XIAO module with ESP32 microcontroller that supports 5 GHz Wi-Fi. And the third advantage is that XIAO ESP32-C5 supports deep sleep and wake-up functions. Nothing is perfect, so even XIAO ESP32-C5 has a few disadvantages. First of all, just like all XIAO modules, because of the tiny size, there is a trade-off, and we have just a limited number of GPIOs. However, for most projects, they're more than enough. Another disadvantage is that you need an external antenna for better radio communication over the Wi-Fi. As a conclusion of this video, let's summarize the most important features of XIAO ESP32-C5. It features 32-bit RISC-V single-core processor. It has a dual-band Wi-Fi 6 that operates at 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz. Furthermore, there are additional connectivity options in terms of Bluetooth Low Energy, Zigbee and Thread. There is an integrated battery charging chip, and it is fully compatible with Arduino IDE and the Arduino ecosystem. Thank you very much for watching my video about getting started with XIAO ESP32-C5. I think this is an amazing little module with a lot of capabilities, and I'm excited to use it in a lot of new projects. Let me know in the comments below what kind of ideas do you have for it. I hope this video was useful or at least interesting. If you like it, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel and stay tuned for new videos. See you soon.